still a bit stringy. I need a bit more fine tuning. Those of you who watched me for some while, I had a very basic hand tool plane setup for the hybrid workshop, which was the number 5 jack plane and a little block plane from Sheng. In the meantime, to go with this hand tool workshop, I've more or less as placeholders really till I can afford it. Got to get a 3 and a 7. The 3 for the smaller smoothing plane rather than the number 4. I've already got that's partly renovated, and the 7 for jointing edges. So I bought the 3 and the 7 in Faithfull. Not bad as you saw, it's still a bit flaky. I need to sharpen the plane blade a little bit better with the secondary bevel. It was actually more than 25, so I put a 30-degree bevel, base bevel on it, and I made, once I've got it fettled a bit better, I'll put a 35 secondary bevel on it. The actual chip breaker is a really cheap thin one that you can see. Rather than solid, it's the one that bends round, and that back face was all over the place, so I had to spend about 15 minutes flattening that back face at a slight back bevel. Lots of YouTubers show you how to do that, so that there's no air gap between the flat of the plane blade and the flat of the chip breaker, so that the shavings don't get caught in that gap. It's working okay. I think I need to fettle it a bit more, but I thought I'd have to spend hours on this Faithfull number 3. Unlike a lot of YouTubers, it's come with a perfectly flat back and a really nice semi-polished face to the frog, so everything's in place quite nicely. It's cheap and nasty. The number 3, I've not got huge hands, between size 9 and size 10, so it works really nice with 3 fingers. What I might do later on is get a small Rob Cosman star adjuster for it and for the number 7. But I'm pretty pleased with that. I have more methods of sharpening blades than you can shake a stick at. For this messing around, I've used the Axminster sharpening system. It's got the 400 and 1000 diamond plates on that side and a leather strap on that, and the places to set your angles at the bottom. However, what I have used for this is the trend. That sets the angle, and that's the jig that you use to sharpen it. And unlike the really cheap ones, it's got a really nice full width brass roller, so you're not rocking it. So 15-20 minutes, and something I thought I'd spend several hours fettling, I'm starting to get a reasonable finish in another half an hour or so, and that'll be done. Job's a good one. Catch you again.